Welcome to Java Forum. Now we are going to see how to install Oracle Database 21C Express Edition on Windows 11 operating system. So we are starting first video of Windows 11. So let us see whether Windows 11 supports Oracle Database 21C Express Edition. So before that, let me show my system info. So this is my system information. So I'm having 16 GB RAM. So Windows 11 Professional Edition. So minimum requirement is Windows 11 Professional. So Home Edition and all will not support Oracle Database. So and let me show the processor core. Let me open the task manager. Yes, so this is my processor information. So 6 virtual processors. So this is running in virtual machine. So 6 virtual processors I am allocated. So anyway, there are limitations for Express Edition. So it will support only 2 core CPU and 2 GB of RAM only, and 2 GB of data only it will support. Okay, so now let us proceed to installation. So here you can see that I have already downloaded the Oracle Database 21C Express Edition for Windows. Let me extract to the directory. So as I told earlier, Oracle Database 2020 Express Edition has a limited support. So it will support only 2 GB of RAM and 2 CPU cores. It supports 3 pluggable database. So if you want support more memory, it want to support unlimited database means you need to upgrade to Enterprise Edition. Okay, let me extract to C drive. So I already created one directory on C drive, Oracle 21XE. Yes, click OK. Okay, extraction is completed. Okay, now let me go to the directory. So these are the setup files. Let me right click the setup, run as administrator. So setup has started. So it will check for prerequisites. It will check for how much RAM installed, how much hard disk space available, etc., etc. So everything is qualified. So now let us start the installation. So accept the license agreement. Click next button. So this is the destination folder. So I am not going to change the destination folder. Let it be as it is. Click the next button. Yes. So here provide the database password for the administrator. So this is the DB administrator, system or the DB administrators. PDBADMIN is the DBA for pluggable database. So provide the password. So note down the Oracle Home and Oracle Base folder. Click the install button. So you can see Oracle Home, under Oracle Home DB Home XE is created. So under DB Home XE only all the files will be installed. So this setup will take some time depending upon your machine's speed. So it will not occupy more than 2 GB of RAM. So it's a lightweight database from Oracle with the latest features. So we are installing in Windows 11 Professional Edition. So Windows 11 Professional is quite good. Okay, unblock the Windows firewall. So it's asking for Java installation. Allow access. Click the button, allow access. Okay, so it started to configure the Oracle database. So let's wait for some time. Yes. So Oracle Database Express Edition is installed successfully. So note down this. So 1521 is a database port and pluggable database name is XCPDB1. So it's running on the port 1521 and Enterprise Manager is running on the port 5500. Okay. Now let us navigate the installation directory. So this is the directory where Oracle 21C Express Edition is installed. So these are the directories created after the installation. So DB home XC. So it's the Oracle home directory. So these are the files installed after the installation. So here you can see the one folder called CFG tool log. So this logs provide you information what had happened during the installation. So if some in case your installation is failed means you can check these logs. Note down the log path. In case any problem in your installation, you can look into this log folder CFG tool logs. So it will provide all the information what had happened during the installation. So why I am showing this, because for some users installation might be failing due to some hardware issue or some configuration issue. So there is another CFG tool logs for directory. So note down the directory path. So here you can see more log files are there. So you can go through one by one. So this will show the information what had happened, what is done during the installation. So all the installation details, installation logs will be available in CFG tool logs directory. Okay, and let me show you an important directory, aura data. So this directory is very important where your all the database files are located. So this PDB seed is a template. Don't delete this file, and you can see DB files are available. So separate directory for pluggable database XCPDB1. So separate database files are available for pluggable database and container database. So file you see the outside this folder called container database. Okay, so this is a dump folder. Okay, let us go to the start menu now. So you can see these are the list of products installed from Oracle Database 21C Express Edition. So now first we are going to check the connectivity using SQL Plus. So let me click the SQL Plus on the Windows 11 menu. Yes. So now I am going to log in as a sys user. Sys has sysdba. So provide the DBA password which you provided during the installation. So I can able to connect to the Oracle database 2020 Express Edition database. So this is the container database. So this is not the pluggable database. So database which I have connected is the container database. Okay, so I can able to select the values from table. So these are the DBA tables. Okay, next step is we are going to quickly install JDK 11 and SQL Developer. So why I am installing JDK 11 and SQL Developer? Because SQL Developer latest version gives you lots of features. So by default Oracle database 21C Express Edition does not have SQL Developer. So I am installing separately for. Okay, now let me speed up the SQL Developer installation. So I don't want to waste time in SQL Developer setup. So SQL Developer setup is very easy. First set the Java home. Okay, Java home is set. So I have already extracted SQL Developer on C drive. So let me run as administrator. That's it. So SQL Developer setup is done. So SQL Developer is up and running now. Okay. So now we are going to connect Oracle database 21C Express Edition on SQL Developer. So first what we are going to do is, first we are going to connect to the container database. So we are not going to connect pluggable database. Instead we are going to connect to the container database. So please note down the syntax. Okay, so first I am creating one connection name, Oracle Okay, so here you select the value as sysdba. Okay, so username I am going to connect a username sys, password whatever I provided during installation, same password only I am giving here. Here SID I am giving as XC. Okay, note down that SID is XC here. So which means I am connecting to the container database. So here I am connected as sys user. So I can able to view all the database tables. So all these are DBA tables. So I am connected as a sys user. Okay, see, there are many other users in database by default, but I am going to create one container user. So create user C ## Scott identified by Tiger. So here I am going to create one user called C ## Scott, which means that prefix C ## means it is a container database user. So it's a mandatory, otherwise user will not be get created. Next I am granting some privileges to the C ## Scott. Next I am granting some more privileges. So first grant I am giving unlimited table space to C hash Scott. Next I am granting C hash Scott resource DBA connect. Okay, let me execute all the queries. Yes. So user C hash Scott is got created. So I am closing this window. Next I am going to create one more connection. So I am disconnecting this. So I am going to create one more connection, new connection. So I am giving some name to that connection name. So now I am going to log in as a C hash Scott. So tiger is the password. So here role is default role. Note down the point, SID is XC, which means I am going to connect to the container database. So XC is the Oracle SID here. Okay, so I have logged in as a C hash Scott user. So I am not seeing any tables inside the C hash Scott. So let us try to create one table. Okay, so I see one row is got inserted. Let me commit. Okay, commit is successful. Yes, so I can able to create one container user, and also I can able to create table, insert records and select records. Okay, so now let us come to the okay, let me close this. Okay, once again I am disconnecting. Let it be the connections as it is. Now I am creating new connection. Okay, so now I am going to connect to the Oracle database as a pluggable database administrator. Okay, so I am creating one connection name. So here I am going to log in as a sys user. So I am modifying the connection name for understanding. Sys user, provide the database password. So role select as sysdba. Here the twist, service name provide as xcpdb1. Then only you can connect to the pluggable database. So this is the major difference between container and pluggable database. So pluggable database runs inside the container database. So each pluggable database has its own DBA. Okay, so now I connected as a sysdba to xcpdb1 pluggable database. So each pluggable database has its own DBA. Please keep in mind. So now I have logged in as a sysdba to pluggable database. Now I am going to create, already one user exists called PDBADMIN. So left you can see that PDBADMIN is there. So I am granting some unlimited table space and DBA privileges to PDBADMIN. So PDBADMIN by default it exists. So this PDBADMIN will be the DBA. for XCPDB1 pluggable database, which is similar to C has got created in container database. So now let us try to log in as a PDBADMIN. Okay, I am creating a new connection. Okay, I am giving some name to the connection. Okay, now username will be PDBADMIN. Password whatever you provided during the installation. Yes, here service name select as XCPDB1. So pluggable database, I am going to log in. Yes, connection test is successful. Yes. Okay, so I did not see any tables inside the PDBADMIN user. So I am trying to create one table and insert record. Let us see what is going to happen. Yes, I can able to create one table, insert records. Let me refresh. Okay, so I can see the data inside the table which is created by PDBADMIN. So that is the pluggable database admin. Okay, so this is how we need to log in as a pluggable database user, container user. Okay, so C hash Scott is a container user and PDBADMIN is a pluggable database user. So we need to provide separate SID or a service name in order to connect from SQL Developer. Okay, so now let us go to the Windows startup menu. You can see Oracle Instance Manager is installed. Let me run the Oracle Instance Manager. So this Oracle Instance Manager used to start and stop the database. Okay, so for beginners, please use this Oracle Instance Manager to start and stop the database. It will be very useful for instead of using command line, you can use this feature. Okay, I am trying to stop the database. Both so I am giving shutdown immediate. Provide the sysdba password. So I am shutting down both service and instance. Shutdown immediate. Okay, click the OK button. So now Oracle service and instance both are getting stopped now. You can see the status has stopped. Okay, now let me retry on SQL Developer whether I can able to connect or not. Yes, so when I give refresh, you can see that some error is getting thrown. Okay, why I am showing this video, because sometimes you will get the TNS listener error, some error. Okay, so please check whether that instance is up and running. Okay, using Oracle Instance Manager. Okay, now I am starting the instance and service both. So provide the sysdba password. Click the OK button. So it will take some time to start the database. Wait for some time. Yes, so I can see that status is running. So both service and instance is started. So now let us retry in SQL Developer. So I am closing this. Once again I am reconnecting. Yes, So I can able to see that after start and stopping the instance, I can able to reconnect in SQL Developer. So this is the way you can start and stop the Oracle Database 2020 Express Edition using Oracle Instance Manager. So this will be very useful for the beginners. So you can also check whether Oracle is running or not using that instance and manager. So if your status shows running means everything is running, okay, which means that our installation is correct. Okay, next I am showing important thing. Let me go to the home directory, network admin. So this is the important configuration files, contains connection details, so listener files. Okay, let me open with the notepad. So our Oracle listener configuration connection details will be there in this .ora file. So this is the listener.ora file. So if you are expert means you can modify this connection details accordingly. This is sqlnet.ora. This is tnsnames.ora. So you can change accordingly in case if it is needed and you are expert in modifying the listener files means you can modify. So now let me show another thing. Go to Windows services. So this is Windows services. Okay, so I am showing what are the Oracle services running after the installation. Yes, so I can able to see these 4 services are running. So among that, this TNS listener service is very important. If the TNS listener is not running means you can't connect to the database. So note down these all 4 service names. So Oracle Database 2020 Express Edition installation on Windows 11 Professional is successful.